All right, folks, Coach Reiner here with another speed analysis, and this is Devin. Let's go. Comes out, gets a good shin angle. That's a good positive shin angle right there. What am I talking about? This angle right here. It's a deep shin angle, which is paramount in getting him to propel himself down the turf. That's the initial shin angle. Let's clear that out. Now let's see how the next shin angle looks. This is where a lot of younger athletes overstriding comes into play, but he still has a pretty positive shin angle right here, right? Still driving back into the ground, and that's what we want at this point. So let's see what happens when he lands. We've been working pretty hard on this, folks, and you can see he is close to underneath his hips, right? He is darn close to being right underneath his hips. So shout out to Devin, who's made tremendous progress with minimizing the overstriding there. All right, let's continue to check him out. There's always there's a point I like to, let me back it up. There's a point I like to right there compare that posture to the ideal sprint acceleration posture. You can see it right there. Pretty similar, right? Right, it looks pretty good. So let's move on. All right, let's keep going here. Still striking. He's a little in front of the hips right here, but not a bad situation. Remember, we're always looking to minimize that, all right? That separation, we want those legs in that figure four position. You're going to see that later, all right? Clear that out and proceed. Overall, he's doing a much better job at striking by underneath the hip. He's starting to transition, right? Transition as in going from acceleration to top speed. Let's see what the right leg does. Now the other day, I think it was yesterday or the day before, we found some discrepancies with the right leg. So we're gonna work on that, continue to work on that. But you can see a little more space there. And as we proceed, it's gonna get tough to analyze due to the angle. That's a good job, Devin, that's a good job. So that's his acceleration posture. Now let's check out the top velocity. All right, here we go. Let's check out Devin's top velocity. What stands out for me, and we talked about this, we really broke it down the other day, his arm action. We definitely need to get more arm action. You see how low his hand is right here? Right here. We want to get that up towards his eyes, all right? So, and we talked about that the other day. There's a drill I'm gonna show you guys later in the video that we use to increase his awareness with his arms. See, look how low that is. Same arms, different arm, similar situation, pretty low, right? We need to get that up. Understand that your arm action directly impacts your legs, your stride length. Maximize the range of motion with your arm. You're gonna maximize the range of motion with your stride length, all right? Keep that in mind, it's very important, all right? Let's see, now we're gonna see where he's striking. So for me, he's doing a good job. Slight separation between the legs right there that we talk about, right? But he's still in a good position. This is his toe off. When I do their sprint analysis, I like to line them up with the greatest of all time, one of them. You see him right here, Carl Lewis. I want to get him in a better arm action position. So you can see, look at Carl's arms and look at Devin's arms. Okay, that's ideal right there. That's ideal. And look at Carl's arms right there and look at Devin's arms. A lot more arm action with Carl, right? So that's something we're working on. Like I said, I'm gonna show you a drill that we use to address that. Little separation, right? We can work on that. We'll continue to work on that. Let's see where he is right here. Is that on the ground? Okay, a little more separation. But overall, he's in a good space. The arm action is there. We just need more of it. Mechanically, he's pretty sound from what I see. Let's watch this back leg a little bit. I kind of been ignoring that. Let's see how he's pulling through. That figure four is right there, right? There's a little bit of lagging right here. This is a good example. We talk about, this comes up a lot in the videos. It's going to continue to come up, the lagging. Let me try to time it perfectly so you can see. Remember this? If you watched the last video, remember that? Right? We don't want that toe up in the air. We want that toe perpendicular to the ground, right? And we have the separation. right there. And we have the lagging, the heel towards the sky right here. But it's minimal. That's the good news. It's minimal. And it's much better than it has been. All right. Let's see the other side. The other side looks pretty solid, doesn't it? What I'm seeing is boiling down to the arm action. Solid posture. Let's check that out. Man, it's straight up, pretty much straight up, straight down. That's ideal. So arm action, folks, that's what I'm seeing. We'll continue to work on the legs. That's gonna, we're gonna work on his legs and increase his ability to produce force. But now let me show you that arm exercise we did that helped him out. Okay, this is the arm action drill we did with Devin. Let's check it out here. And what I noticed is he tends to move more from his elbow than he does from his shoulder, and he gets long back. Let me show you. He gets long right here. You can see that. Not necessarily a bad thing if you're moving from your shoulder, but he tends to move from his elbow. So that's going to compromise his arm action. He doesn't get through his range of motion as efficiently. He slows himself down a little bit. So we're working right now on him moving through the shoulder joint as compared to moving from the elbow joint, getting long back there. He does a better job. I think I'm swinging around so you can see it. He does a better job. And he did a better job throughout this workout. But this arm, see, this arm does a better job of staying a little shorter or moving from the shoulder. It looks like this arm right here. Seems like he's moving through the shoulder a little bit better. And what most likely happened is I'm coaching him throughout this movement. So I'm coaching him to move throughout the shoulders a little more. And he goes a little too high over on this side as well. Your arms need to stop moving right around your line of vision. So right around there where he needs to stop, he's gonna keep on. See how high he goes right there? I want him right about here, all right? So, and it's predominantly on the left side. You see it for yourself, right there, boom. Let's come through over here, boom. You see the difference? Right there. So, and when you can really see it when you run. So we're working on this. We're working on this arm action with this drill. You guys can try it out as well. It's a good drill. And that's all I have in this speed analysis. Coach Ronnie, check it out.